Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching a 100. This episode 11 of the 6th season. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it so far. And if you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in a link in the description. Just click on it, put the password in, and enjoy. Speaking about links in the description, we are running our most likely to dislike characters of this season. It's also down there. Take 30 seconds, have your say, and my vote and yours will be shown in the final episode. I can't wait to see who you guys choose. So last episode was interesting. I wouldn't say I was confused, because I definitely understood what was going on and I was following it. I was just thinking, like, you know, some of the things didn't make sense in certain situations, but I could be wrong. It could just be me reading it, because it is quite, you know, like hectic to follow. But Josephine's obviously inside of Clark's head. She's deteriorating rapidly as well. They're trying to take the chip out of her. You know, they ended up kind of fighting each other internally to try and survive. Do you know what I mean? Clark was trying to throw all of her memories out, you know, like pretty much float it so that it could save, obviously, the kind of transition between crossing and blending between each other. Basically, she was thinking, the more we can get rid of Josephine's thing, the more my mind will be conscious and safe. But Josephine kept obviously like losing stuff and she couldn't remember things. And again, it was really interesting because when they did actually make it all the way to Gabriel, you know, she tried to actually say to him, look, mate, we've loved each other for 200 years. You don't have to take me out and put me into a different hole so I can keep this body. You know, you don't like doing these, you know, immortality things where we transition into new people. So why don't you just stick to your guns, actually keep it that way, and just make sure I stay alive? I mean, you could be together. That way you could stay true to yourself by not wanting to do more body hosts. And, you know what I mean? I could be alive as well. You don't have to lose me. He turned around and said, look, mate, you know, we've had our time. I've loved you for, you know, all my life, but now it's time to let you go, which I thought was really good, actually. I thought he was going to do the classic thing where, you know, he feels her, he sees her, he loves her, and he can't really let her go, but he did, mate. He took the chip out. It looked like Clark was dying. Her brain was deteriorating. You know, she wasn't waking up. Both of them were still there. Josephine, how was that possible? Yes, well, she said that she'd done the same thing that Clark done, is when they done the first time, she clung on to pretty much like, I don't know, a little strand of the, you know, of her brain, and, you know, she didn't actually leave. That was what Clark done the first time. And she done it as well, obviously, because she knew how she done it. Now it's just them two fighting. It's like, this town ain't big enough for the two of us, but now we're talking about bodies. The interesting thing is, she's gone over and she stabbed Clark in the neck with the axe, and Clark looked like she's literally dying, and it looks like Josephine's about to win. But then Bellamy, you know, on the outside, is doing all he can to save her, giving her mouth to mouth. He's banging her chest, you know what I mean? He's saying, Maddie needs you, I need you, you know what I mean? We've been through so much, you can't give up now. And then, boom, mate, he hits her. She wakes back up again inside her own mind, picks up the same like knife and like throws it at her and kills her, and then she wakes up in the present Clark. So, do you know what I mean? It's crazy, and it actually is Clark now. So it's going to be interesting, because Josephine, to me anyway, looks like she is gone now. She's actually gone. So how's Russell going to react? Because Russell had all of the prisoners, yes, all of them, tied up to a stake. He was willing to burn them all, because, yeah, Riker has actually told a couple of the people who live down there about, you know, the primes and the sacrifices that people are giving their kids and giving their wives and children to them. And there's no real reason for it apart from, you know what I mean, their information that they're gods, when actually that's not true. Now, this guy, you know, one of them's kind of retaliated. He's gone in. He's actually killed the queen, mate. He's killed her. You know what I mean? He wasn't happy that he gave his child to them and it died. And then his wife couldn't live with it and she ended up killing herself. And now he's just took his anger out on them. He's killed him. So, I mean, that was interesting. I always knew that was going to happen anyway with some of them. Once they found out that information, it's not going to go down well, is it? He's gone for it. And he actually got burnt. He got burnt for his sins. The rest of them, you know, managed to stay alive because Murphy whipped it out the bag. He was like, look, mate, we can still make Nightblood. Yeah, they might have destroyed it on the ship, but there's another way bone marrow transfers. Russell said, look, I've tried this before, didn't work. Abby turned around and said, that's because you don't know the formula. He's given 24 hours, but also, you know, Raven said, well, to do it, you know, with the 24 hours, we need a lab, we need a computer. He's given the access. Now she's going to go in, she's going to code it, she's going to infiltrate Maddie's mind. You know what I mean? The Dark Commanders come to the top, basically. She's saying that if he can do that by shunning all the other ones out, I can recode it, I can hack into it and shun him out and bring the other commanders back. So, mate, loads of stuff's going on. It's really interesting. Can't wait for today's episode. If you do enjoy it, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Dr. Jackson, I can't feel my hand. Something's wrong.
He's chatting, mate.
Help.
He was chatting. You gotta respect the effort, haven't you?
Why didn't you let me go for the throat? I thought you wanted revenge.
Because Jackson is innocent.
He's draining a marrow as we speak.
Let's just play the game.
Innit? That's what they're doing, playing the game.
Chuckman could be free right now and on our way to the palace to kill the people who had murdered Clark.
What do you want from me?
I want you to kill everyone.
Tell me what I have to do.
Mate, I wonder how opinion's gonna change when she sees Clark's alive.
You're okay. You're still here.
Bellamy, you saved me.
So how do we save everyone that I left behind?
You know, if you didn't, I'd be dead.
My plan was to use Josephine's mind drive to bargain for peace, and now there's no mind on the drive. Do you realize that you're not her? It should be the second you walk in the door and he checks. You're dead.
Let's put it back in.
Would it work putting it back in her mind? Is she not dead? Or what? Like,
Raven's on the case. I'm sure Matt will be fine as soon as Houdini Miller breaks us out of here and we get Becca's book of spells. Does anyone really believe they're just gonna let us walk once it's done?
On your feet, Murphy. You're wanted in the palace.
Your friend Jordan saved the life of Priya VII, hallowed be her name. Seen to his ongoing recovery personally. I will offer you a chance for mercy as well, starting by telling us who else you talked to other than Ty.
No one.
The man murdered Prime.
That wasn't murder. Simone Prime will be back. The life taken to make that happen will be murder.
Teen Shop, test Abby's bone marrow formula. If it works, then it will be your great honor to become one with Simone Prime. And we can no longer afford our moral equivocations. But this is how we get our family back.
She's gone, get up. The lock of pleasure come, Becca.
Silence.
Stay kicking come time. I'll see her come up. The governor come, you flame I clean.
Murphy, you traitor! I'll kill you!
You're a slippery one, John, playing both sides of the fence. Don't get me wrong. I like that about you. According to Jade, my daughter is still alive. I need you to bring her home. If you can do this, then you and your girlfriend have your immortality after all. If you fail, then I will be forced to take an eye for an eye. Not your eye, John. Maury's.
it's like what they was doing on Peaky Blinders, isn't it, mate? You know, when Campbell threatened to kill Tommy and all his family. Do you know what I mean? Like, Tommy don't care about his own life, but he cares about his family's. So he's like, well, it's clear, you know, that you don't really care about your own self. You know, you're willing to go against my rules. You're not willing to do that if your wife's life's on the line, if your kid's life's on the line. Do you know what I mean? By doing that, people care about yourself, like about somebody they love more than they care about themselves, usually anyway. Do you know what I mean? So say like if I had to choose between me getting stabbed and my mum getting stabbed, I would choose me getting stabbed. That's just crazy to think that, but that's just what natural people do anyway. Well, I don't know, that's natural to me anyway, and it seems like it is in most things. People would rather protect a loved one and take the pain themselves, and this is the same. Do you know what I mean? When they said an eye for an eye, I knew John wasn't going to get slashed down. They knew he'd be threatening with Amore. It's the easiest way. Ali done it, played on the heartstrings. That's what, you know, I think he tried doing Josephine all of the time. She tried to get on it and pull it.
You could walk through the shield at any time and lower it. Why haven't you?
Because he doesn't want to kill the people inside, to save them, and they'll die to protect the Primes.
Then they die.
Riker won't help us. He left my cell door open to stop Simone from burning me at the stake.
He doesn't want to kill his own people.
Why not? You did. I don't need a lecture on moral relativity from the Queen of Cannibals.
Can I talk to you outside?
Please?
Be reborn, mate. I've seen the error of my ways. Stop picking on me. That's what she's gonna say.
She went into the anomaly and came back. No one's ever done that before. She didn't remember anything, so I gave her red sun toxin to help her see. Over time, we found other ways to harness its power.
You weaponized it, didn't you?
My research was focused on an antitoxin. Discovery that intravenous use produced a waking dream was a happy accident.
Same side, huh? It's used with Josephine in the cave.
Baby brother, get out of the way.
Layla, it's okay.
Where's the old man?
I am the old man.
The old man is dead. So is Xavier.
Go check his neck. That's what he's doing. He did explain it though a couple of episodes back, didn't he? Do you know what I mean? He was basically saying, you know, I left the cause to stop something and now I've just been brought back the same reason that cause is going on. Do you know what I mean? It's basically like double standards. That's what he was trying to say, wasn't it? So, do you know what I mean? That's probably why he never told these people, because maybe they react this way altogether.
Eduardo brought me back without my consent.
Eduardo's been dead for 10 years. Killed by Sanctum guards.
Wasn't the Sanctum guards.
He's been lying to us for 10 years? He could have told us the truth, but instead, let us think we were abandoned.
This is what you really want. At least wait until he delivers the bomb. Nightblood, he can walk it right through the shield and deploy it. Once it's
yes,
in the air,
Bellamy.
he finds our friend Raven. She'll bring the shield down for the rest of us.
It's a good plan.
Trust them? Just like that?
When he kills Josephine Prime.
Josephine's gone. I took the mind drive out myself.
He's protecting her. How much more proof that he's a traitor do we need?
If you kill her yourself, I won't build you the bomb. We gathered the toxin. There's a cave on the way to the anomaly.
My only thing with Octavia is, I'm all for the redemption arc. I am. I love it. But she has to stay strong. She has to be a warrior still. Because, do you know what I mean? When somebody attacks, she needs to fight back. She doesn't have to be the savage person that goes and takes, you know, like random lives, or like takes it just because somebody's done a little thing that's annoyed her. Not one of those, but still a fighter. Do you know what I mean? The girl that fought Echo before she got kicked off the cliff, you know what I mean? The one that crawled back after, you know, getting on the horse and the alien found her. The one that won the conclave. That's the girl that we want. She has to be that fighter. So, like, when time comes and she has to stand up and she has to take somebody down, I hope she can do it. Because like I said, I'm all for the redemption. I just hope that a character hasn't gone like all the way around where she's no violence at all. At least Echo's going to be a Nightblood now. It's words.
One shot and she's a host.
You'll tell me they're not going to think.
Of course, more than one person knows the truth.
You guys can wait outside.
I was going to say, like, they thought they was gods and now they just sat here like, what, we could just hit her like that and she's just there, sound.
The only thing worse than my people being burned alive is it happening to my family. Who will need blood? The guards will die defending us. Tell me something. If you could prevent all those deaths by taking one life, would you do it?
You follow orders when the commander banished you. How come?
Sometimes we have to disobey in order to transcend.
Did you think about that when we were following Blood Rain?
Does he want redemption?
Mistakes are forgivable. Not learning from them, is it?
Hands on the wall.
What's he just stole?
That's the best lift I've made since the arc.
Hit the lock.
Machine shop's this way. Come on.
I wouldn't build Russell his bomb, and here I am building one for you. Your friend should be at the cave by now. That is one sibling relationship that could use a good guided hallucination.
This bomb. The Primes have one, then why haven't they used it on us?
I don't know. Probably because turning us into raging killers isn't in the best interest.
I swear on my brother's memory, if you betray us, I will kill you.
This is Mount Weather all over again. That bomb won't just cause chaos. It'll cause a massacre. The early warning system. The insects are affected by the toxin first. We use less of the toxin.
Oh, right, and drive them out.
People.
Yeah.
Just enough to trigger the evacuation. So we take down the shield first. Think you can get your children to let me go with you?
You know what I was saying last time, yeah? I'm still doing the same flip. I said last time, for it to be believable, Josephine would have to know everything about Clark and what she likes, her interests, her friends, and all the sayings and stuff. Because as soon as you get one personal detail wrong, or in your memory or something from the past, you screwed it, haven't you? Let's be honest, you have done. You need to understand the mannerisms of the bodies. Now it's going to be interesting because, obviously, if she's going to go there and pretend to be Josephine, can she pull it off? Clearly, she can act it because it's Clark been acting it all season. She's been doing really well. But now she's got to do the hair twirl, do you know what I mean? The cockiness, the smug personality. She's got to portray that as Clark now trying to be Josephine. Do you know what I mean? Not Josephine being Clark. So it's going to be interesting. Also, if she does get there, what's Maddie going to do? Is she going to be trying to be Josephine in front of Russell, and then when they go and try and take Maddie out, turn into Clark to try and, you know, get to her? That's going to be the interesting one. But it was clever what Clark said, do you know what I mean? Instead of using all of the bomb to, you know, affect all of the people, all they look for is the signs. Soon as the beetles start scurrying away, isn't it? They know that it's happening. They know that the situation. They drop it. They go and hide, don't they? That's all they need to do. They need to cause enough of a, you know, like a not a diversion, but enough of, I don't know, like a thing to happen for them to be like, shit, do you know what I mean? We've seen it, we know it's coming, let's go. And first of all, I've got to say, where did he go, yeah, when they go away? Do you know what I mean? Like, when these first landed, nobody was around. They was somewhere. They was in the caves. They was in the caves. But what caves was he in? I would like to know that, like, because if they've been doing it for 200 years, it's got to be like another kind of society thing down there, surely. They've got like houses and beds and you know, like buildings and places going. It's not going to be one of these caves, surely not.
Gabriel said these things have the highest concentration of red sun toxin they've ever found.
Tell me about this anomaly.
Gabriel says that you went in and you came back.
I went in after Diosa. I couldn't catch it. It spit me out. I didn't know why. But now I do. It was for you. What do you say when I'm sorry isn't good enough for you? But you were right. It was a menace.
What's changed?
Everything.
That much, huh? I don't know what happened to you out here, but now is not the time. We need to fill these bags and get back to camp before the antitoxin wears off.
You were my rock. Without you as my compass, I was lost. I'm not asking you for forgiveness. I know I have to earn that.
What do you want me to say, Al?
Say I'm your sister.
You're my sister, but you're not my responsibility.
Like, she has to do some good stuff to make him believe she's changed. Do you know what I mean? Words are not guaranteed.
I know what you're going
You know nothing. You're a killer, an assassin. I'm an engineer.
hoping you'd let me go.
It's not gonna happen.
Let me tell you what happened to me. Something I've never told anyone else.
Yo, that's fucking well good. Did not expect it to flash back.
Top that and picture Queen Naya's face at the center.
Is that your secret then? I don't care why your aim is true. Just
As long as it is.
Get a crew is expecting you in 3 days. But are you ready to kill for your queen?
Yes, Highness.
If he gets away, your mission will fail. Ash, hand her the bow. Take the shot!
I've got to say, archery is next level, man. It's so hard. It actually is so hard.
I can't send an assassin who's afraid to kill. Kill her. If she doesn't take the knife and attack in 3 seconds, kill both.
Fight back. Show her she needs her too. I'm sorry too.
Wait, which one's Echo? Like, literally. I'm assuming Echo's the one on the floor then. I definitely read the whole thing wrong.
Yeah, the crew is expecting a girl named Echo.
Congratulations, Echo. Don't let me down.
So she was Echo, but not the real Echo.
I guess you could say I've been wiped before.
You go to kill me, I'll kill you. That's what she's saying.
Killing you would haunt me, and so would not killing you.
Guards, come in. Close the door. I need your help holding her down.
You move, you die.
You like my bleeder?
That guy did not follow along in that story at all. I didn't, well, I did follow along in the story, but I thought that Echo was the girl that was trying to kill the girl, and then she was actually the girl that was trying to kill the girl, but the Echo that ended up killing the girl is this Echo, which is, you know, pretty hard to follow. Was she called Ash? Is that what it's called, Ashes to Ashes? Did he say her name was Ash? I actually like that name, it's decent, but who knows, Echo, mate, she's still sick. But Riker didn't follow along, mate, because blatantly she was saying, look, if you attack me, I'm going to retaliate and kill you. That was the segment of the story that she was trying to say. He's just, well, he didn't attack her, but pretty much, you know, he went to, then stopped, let the guards in, she was free, she killed him. She pretty much just stuck to what she was saying, and the guy didn't follow it at all.
An evacuation without inducing a mass psychosis.
No innocent people die. How long until they realize there's no eclipse enough? We'll need to be inside before it starts. I go with Josephine.
If Russell figures out that his daughter is dead, all our people are dead too.
So I won't fail. If we can spare innocent lives, we should.
Get them back inside! I want them tied up and gagged with the primes!
Murphy? Oh yeah, he said go and get Josephine, didn't he?
Josephine?
She has to say that now. Do you know what I mean? You can't say anything, Bellamy. She's forced now.
Echo's in trouble too. I'll promise I'll do what I can for her.
No. This one's mine.
Really gone this time?
Boo-hoo. Now, as soon as I pull this trigger, your little decoy trick will fail.
Need him to believe it as well.
She isn't Josephine.
No, she's not.
She's Clark Griffin.
How is this possible?
It's a long story.
I'm a man of my word. You earned your place here. Take him to Enquiry and clear the doctor and the rest of her people from the lab.
Where's Mom?
It was an incident. It's okay. I was just on my way to resurrect her.
Make host.
Yes. Isn't that how you think?
She's done well, actually. She's done well.
Mesh to stay in her brain. They killed her in the mind space. Now here we are. And what is this?
This is how we make host.
She put up a good fight, though, kid. Can't win them all.
We're gonna kill you! We're gonna kill both of you!
It's time for my new drive. Being mortal sucks.
He looks like in certain situations as assassin. That's what it looks like. You don't know where Cole's ran away either, does he? Oh, it's finished. Mate, these episodes go absolutely rapid, mate. That's what I feel like anyway. But that was interesting. So she's done well. She come back. I feel like he was assessing her in certain situations, which is fine. You know, I'm not going to blame it. But she done well in asking, where's Mum? That was pretty good. But in terms of Clark didn't know that anyway, did she? She actually didn't know that she was killed. So that was an interesting one. Another thing. So basically, you can take the mind drive out. And this is what I was trying to figure out. Okay. So she's saying that she hasn't got a mind drive in and she wants it to be backed up because she wants to be, you know, immortal. She wants that chance. So you could take the mind drive out and still be in the head, but still get transferred onto a mind drive. So then would that mean that she could be literally living on a drive and in Clark at the same time? So then there'd be two of them. Do you know, is that not right? Or am I just being confused there? I understand it's kind of like me now. The only way I could explain it is I'm an iPhone, yeah? I've got me and I back myself up into the cloud. So then if I ever run and drowned in the lake, do you know what I'm saying? Somebody could come, pick another me up off the shelf, go to the iCloud and download me back in. And then I'm here again. Do you know what I'm saying? I get that. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, if I eliminated that the iCloud and it's just me and I'm chilling, yeah, what's happening then? Because that's what's happening there. That's how that she's saying. She just said that she latched on, the mind drive's gone, she needs rebacking up. But then if she gets rebacked up, is it not two of them? Basically, could you put the chip in her, back it up, take the chip out? That way she'd still be alive and then you'd still have her on the chip as well, so there'd be two. I might just be going like way too far in advance. I just think that would be interesting because I don't know how believable it would be. Do you know what I mean? That, you know, she's had a drive took out, yet it's still Josephine on the inside. That's where maybe he was looking at her, but who knows? But again, I thought it was good that Octavia's here asking Bellamy pretty much for forgiveness and stuff, and she's saying she loves him, he's a rock. It's true. Do you know why it's true? Because in life, I've said it before, but people need no bullshitters. That's what it is. People have too many lick asses, and like when you get into being famous, or do you know what I mean? Like I'm saying, when a sports person is elevating to the top of the game, if somebody criticises them, they hate it or whatnot. But you need somebody to be grounded and level. It's like, it's not criticising you. They're telling you played shit today, yeah? And I need to tell you that, and you need to listen. You're not the God's greatest gift. You this and that. And like, that is like Blood Rainer when she was in charge. Even though Indra was strong, yeah, somebody wasn't strong enough to sit and stand in her face and say, you are wrong, this is bad, you're not doing that, you think you're the best, you're not the best, you're Octavia. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Bellamy was that person. He says it to her straight all the time. Whether you like him or dislike him, it's a fact. I would tell my sister, if she was in charge, if my sister was the queen, yeah, and she was making bad decisions, she'd be getting told. I don't care. I've already said it. I would never bow to my own family. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the way it is. She'd be getting told straight away the facts. Shocking decision. Bad thing to do. Need to do it this way. You're gonna lose. You're the reason all them people have died. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're the reason why this has gone tits up. It's all your fault. But if somebody did do that to Octavia when she was down there, she would have killed him, threw him in the pit. Now, Bellamy wouldn't, because she actually loves Bellamy so much that even though she did throw him in the pit, she didn't want him to die, did she? She wanted him to fight back. She stood there. She told him how to defeat everybody. So again, it's interesting. You always need that person by your side. And yeah, you know, She just wants his love. That's what it is, and I like it. But actions do speak louder than words. Already she started here, you can see it. You know, Belly wanted to go in and kill all the innocents. He threw a couple of digs in there. She's turned around and was like, look, mate, if we can go in, we can do this. We can infiltrate them, do you know what I mean? We can make them believe that it's happening. Then we can save a lot of innocent people. That's a start. It's a change. Bellamy can see it. It's different to the Octavia that we left outside of the ship. So again, it's good. More of that going forward, and it'll be, you know, the redemption will be fully on. Okay, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you've not yet voted for your most likely to dislike characters of this season, please do so. Get that vote in. Takes 30 seconds. Your results and mine will be shown in the final episode. I cannot wait to see who you guys choose. So very interesting stuff. Obviously Clark is here, pretending to be Josephine. Now Russell's already lost his wife. How's he going to react when he lost his daughter? And she technically is gone, unless she actually is in the mind drive, because they said they could put it back into, you know, Clark's head. That's what they were saying back at that camp, weren't they? You know what I mean? Gabriel was like, if you need her, we could put her in. But I thought she was fully gone, but maybe not. Do you know what I mean? Like I was saying a second ago, maybe she's backed up. So again, that'd be really interesting. Desperate times do call for desperate measures, but you know, they've you know, Clark backed herself. How many times this episode did she say that she wouldn't fail? She's going to go in, she's going to do it for her people. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to be good. I liked her acting. Again, she's making it believable right now. Looked like Russell was looking at her a bit sus in certain situations, but it's all down to this Maddie thing. Do you know what I mean? Like when it comes to taking Maddie out, this is where it's going to go, because either she's got to sit there and let it happen and watch her suffer, or she's got to, you know, she's just got to pretend. I mean, she's got to be Clark and actually save her. The thing is, though, Maddie is taken over by this Stark Commander. I don't think Clark had seen her in this state before, actually. Do you know what I mean? Last time she left, she was all right. She hasn't seen, obviously, the spiral and out of controlness. We haven't seen Raven once this episode doing the working, the hacking to try and obviously help Maddie, but we did have the mention of Becca's book a couple of times. Now what I did enjoy is the fact that Echo took out Riker. Do you know what I mean? It had to be done. I liked the little backstory that we got of Echo, although I was confused. I did follow it and it wasn't confusing in that aspect. I just thought that once that girl died, I was like, oh, I thought that was actually Echo. It turned out it was the Echo that was supposed to be, but she was explaining that she's already had her life taken away from her once before and come back as a new person, and that is pretty good, to be honest. I like it. And the other take from that story is, you know what I mean, when somebody once has already tried to come and kill me, I've done it, I've retaliated, it doesn't always, you know, succeed, I win. He tried to do it, she retaliated, she killed him, he's gone. So again, that's one prime down. To be honest, most of them are all down. Josephine's gone, his wife's gone, Riker's gone. Pre's still alive, even though we're not seeing nothing of Jordan. I was saying, mate, earlier on in the season when he got stabbed, he must have an amazing agent, him, to get his name on the opening credits, considering that Indra was pretty much one of the lead characters last season, and she didn't have no mention at all in it. He's got it here, straight up on the front, and the guy's not even been in it much, in my personal opinion. Not that I'm slagging him, I like him. He's been alright so far. He does remind me of Montet a lot, and he's really clever in the aspects and the stuff that he does. But do you know what I'm saying? Ever since he's been stabbed, he's just been gone, mate. We've not even seen his health. Is he in good condition? Is he dead? Who knows? No mention. So like I said, that was really interesting. Ever since Indra's been resurrected, do you know what I mean, and floated Marcus, not seen anything of that at all again. Is she just gone now for the rest of the season? I was buzzing when she was woken up. No repercussions of obviously Marcus being floated, and you know how Abby's reacting from that. Yeah, obviously they're down there trying to do the procedures, and Echo has now got the Nightblood. I love how you know, Gaia always, just the way that she reacts when she sees somebody's a night bleeder. Do you know what I mean? Like she literally just falls into that trap as if like she's back in Polis and like they're bowing down to them, like because they're like godly. And again, I was saying when she got hit with that, two of the guards that were stood there was like, so that's it. Just one little dose, and she's a bleeder again. Do you know? Like, I thought you was special. I thought you was gods. We sacrifice ourselves, you know, like for you primes, and you could just do that, and boom, she's the same. Crazy. I thought that they was going to retaliate and act a different way, but they quickly ushered them out. It's like, yeah, go outside, go on there, yeah, go out. So again, do you know what I mean? Like when people find out, the more, you know, the more people are going to start fighting back. But I do think this is the best way in actually coming in. The thing is, I want to mention, I thought that Clark was going to go through the fence and do the code on the gate, but I was going to say, in an episode like 3 or 2 or something, she did mention to him that she knew the code from Shaw, and he said that he was going to change it. So if she thinks that she's going to go in and type it in, beep, 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 and like drop it down, that's not going to be the case. And if it is, the guy's stupid, because he had the chance to obviously change that code, and he's not done that. So, Do you know what I mean? Can't wait to find out, obviously, how that happens and what's going to happen with that. And I really do want to see what happens with Maddie, mate. You know, and like, this was 11, innit? So we've got 12 and 13. Is it going to spiral out and is she going to go on a Madden and kill everybody? Or is she just going to go back to Maddie and just, you know, Clark going to save her? And that's going to be how Russell finds out that that's not actually his daughter. It's going to be interesting. Can't wait to find out. Hopefully you guys are excited too. If you did enjoy today's episode, please smash a like. Really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.